Hey guys, this is SoFlo Josh, and today I'm over here at the Miami International Auto Show, and we have the all-new 2022 Subaru WRX here to see. Now, the Subaru WRX has been getting a lot of criticism, and although it's understandable as to why it's getting criticism, I do think in some capacity there is some wrong criticism. Seeing it in person is so much better, actually, now seeing it. The black plastic cladding that you see around, although I'm not in agreement with it, it actually adds a little bit of a flair to it that makes this WRX even better looking than previously, in my opinion. So getting over here to the front, you have these new headlight system right here, and it looks phenomenal. It has a projector as well as your turn signal. They are incandescent, they are not LED, which I feel like Subaru should have done full-on LED for that. Getting over here, you do have your fog lamps, and you also do not have any kind of vents here, but you do have the same material that you would find on the wilderness versions of the Subarus. Getting to the grille over here, and the grille is in a nice kind of gunmetal gray finished. If you know the gunmetal gray from the Nissan Skylines, then you understand that this is very reminiscent of that color, and it looks really nice. I think this is gonna really do a lot. It seems like over here Subaru, there might be a front camera, but maybe not on this model, so I'm not sure. Or it could be just the JDM version of this one. They had the front camera, but overall it looks really nice, and I like the Subaru grille. You do have that traditional air vent for the intercooler down here. Remember, this is a 2.4 liter turbocharged engine that's from the Subaru Ascent that they added into here. You could get still the 6-speed manual or the now Subaru Performance transmission, but essentially it's a CVT. Getting onto the side over here, you do also have the same material, black plastic cladding. You do have functional vents, you see right there, and it looks really nice. I like the way that looks. But over here you do have your nice rims. They are the 18-inch rims that I think you find on the premium model. They are running on the Dunlop wheels, but it looks really nice. I like the way they designed it. It's a lot of spokes here, but it's enough to like be able to clean properly whenever you're cleaning the rims. Getting into the side profile here, in some cases you can kind of see the lines. I don't know if you see it, but there's a line that starts out of nowhere from here and then goes down all the way over here to the back of the arches right here. But you also do have a fender flare here that Subaru has done. I really like the way they widened over here. If you can see, they widened it a little bit on the rear so that they can add more track for better stability on the wheels. And it looks really nice. I really do like it. And of course, like I mentioned here, there's another line that comes here to add to that fender arch right here. But getting to the side, one thing I'm gonna say that I don't really like that much is the side sills right here. The side sills are in that black plastic cladding, but I think they're too far out for the door right here. You see how the door concaves a little bit here, and I feel like that's a little too far out in my opinion. It's like if we get inside right here, getting inside on the passenger side, you know, somebody getting out, it's gonna hit it. Look, you see right here. So I think that they should at least minimize the width of the arches. But personally, I mean, it's something nice. I wish they probably would have done regular coloring right here for the side. I understand probably doing the black plastic cladding on the front, but not on the side. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, look at the cross-track, for example. That has the black plastic cladding, and essentially it's a raised Impreza, and I think that this WRX does not need that. Hopefully for the STI they don't have this at all. So getting into the rear over here, you do have more of the black plastic cladding, and one of the biggest things that everybody knows and has been talking about is this rear looks like a 9th gen Civic, and I can understand that 100%. These lobster claw kind of style rear lights here look very reminiscent of the 9th gen Civic. I personally don't like the way they look. I wish the Subaru would have done a little bit something different. Maybe do it like how they did it on the BRZ over there. The BRZ makes like those tail lights look phenomenal. I think they should have just put that and put it here. It would have looked a lot better. but it's just too much black plastic cladding. This is like, look at this. This is extended outward from the actual body color over here, and I think Subaru should have done something different here in the rear. It has somewhat of a, you know, diffuser, but of course it's closed off here. Not really a huge fan of how they did that. There is like a fake kind of vent here for, like, you know, a third brake light they could have installed there, probably for the SDI, but I think it's just not really well done. You do also have your quad exhaust tips that you would find typically on your Subaru WRX. There's no functional vents. Once again, it seems like there's a lot of fake vents, and it's just too much. I think it's exaggerated design whenever I'm looking at this here, but personally, overall, I mean, it's the rear end. So getting into the trunk here, you do have also your spoiler. You have a black you know, glossy black finish. Getting to the trunk here, you open up, it is manually operated trunk right here. You also see there's a lot of space back here. You have a compartment for your fix-a-flat right there in the bottom, but overall it's not that bad. I mean, personally, I think they could have done a little bit more. You do have somewhat of a, you know, for your wheels to change them out and whatnot, and a jack as well, but I think they could have done something different on the rear here. I think Subaru kind of missed the mark with this whole entire rear end. But let's go ahead and get onto the interior here. Getting onto the interior here, opening up, it's, you know, traditional Subaru interior materials. This is somewhat of a soft Sensitech material up here. You do have soft padding here and here. Very nice switches, look very, very nice. You know, they look like the typical Subaru switches that you would find in the Crosstrek or the Forester or even the Outback. Look at over here in the material here for the, this has like a somewhat of a carbon fiber material, and then you have more of that gunmetal gray from the exterior that we saw. You do also get your blind spot detection over here on the Subaru. So getting inside, this is the manual transmission, as you can see right here. You do also get the bigger touchscreen display over here. This is the Starlink, and it's vertical. Of course, some people don't like it, but personally, whenever I tested it in the Outback, it looked really, really nice. Steering wheel, it's flat bottom. It's somewhat a flat bottom. It only starts right here is when the flat bottom starts. But overall, I really like the way it looks. You have your traditional buttons for your information over here on the center screen. I kind of wish the Subaru had offered a digital gauge cluster like you found on the Lavork that's sold. Basically, it's a WRX version wagon that's sold in Japan, but they didn't really do that. You have your manual e-brake right here, and, you know, your regular cup holders here. But I really do like these seats. These seats are really nice. They're not the Recaro seats that you would find on the premium model, but they're just, you know, the regular suede Alcantara all around. Suede might not be the best material to use after a while. It's great for whenever you're tracking, but not that great whenever you know, over time it wears out. But overall, I mean, it looks really nice in here. You do have your sunroof, your regular size sunroof, and you also do have the lettering of WRX on here as well. Opening the glove compartment, as you see right there, it's nice, but it's not lined with felt at all, so you're closing that back up. Overall, I mean, I feel comfortable over here. The, you know, the pedal feel really nice. They're all aluminum finished, and I think it looks really great. You do have your USBs over here, as well as your aux port, and then you have a regular charging port right there. So getting into the middle here, opening up, it's not too deep. It's adequately spaced for, you know, putting some dominoes inside. You also do have a 8-volt right there as well. So overall, I mean, it's an adequate model. And of course, there is the other version that has the CVT version that has a little bit different compartment space as well. You don't have the manual e-brake, you have an electronic e-brake and whatnot. But overall, I really like the front end compared to the last generation. I'm gonna be honest with you, last generation wasn't my favorite for the interior. But getting into the back seat over here, you know, hard plastic right here, same carbon fiber material with a little bit of the gunmetal gray that you saw on the grill. Nice soft padding all around. You do have an area for your cups down there. and the exact same material. I'm surprised that they actually use the exact same material you found on the front seats, on the rear seats, which is great. Getting inside, let's go ahead and see this. So the rear seats, you know, it's nice, it's solid. It's gonna be perfect whenever you're taking your passengers on a spirited driving. Very, very nice material, of course. Getting into the middle right here, you do have your cup holders here. Not too deep, but it's nicely done. I really like the way it looks. But overall, I will say it looks pretty cool. You can't really see that much because the lighting in here isn't the greatest. They have the car off with no battery on. You do have USBs back here, and I think on the premium model you do get heated seats on the rear. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be putting out more content from here at Miami International Auto Show. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye bye.